Today is Sunday, June 22nd, 2025. It is 12 in the afternoon. I'm here at work at Chick-fil-A. We're doing the pressure washing. It's not my turn right now, that's why I'm sitting here waiting. And I wanted to make a video while I'm waiting, talking about the current situation with Iran and our bombing of their facility. I wanted to give my perspective on it based off of my own personal feelings on where we are right now in this world and where we've been, where we've come to, why I am not as upset about the bombing, basically, as I otherwise would have been, considering that we attacked first. So every nation, every family in the world, every person has a history that is attached to it. A history within their family, a history within their cultures, a history within their nations. And these histories breed stories and experiences within us that help us to navigate the world in a way that is attached to our personalities, which are our experiences. Basically, the experiences we go through shape us and make us become the type of people we are. So without going into too much, metaphorical or metaphysical detail, everybody has a sense of loyalty to something or someone. That could be multiple things. In many cases, it's not only your family and your religion, but your country as well. You hold loyalty to those things, and some people get swayed away from those things by certain outside groups, and they become rebels, or they become extreme in their decisions and their beliefs, and they steer towards people that are like-minded, and they get a little more aggressive than others. So the reality of what the world is like now, and the decisions that we've made as a country, or that the country, the ones running the country have made to this day, have made me not be so sad about the idea of a place like Iran getting put in its place, or humbled in the sense that they back off a little as to evolving their progress in science or war, military, whatever, because honestly they're very flawed as far as their culture and what they believe. They still marry children over there. They think that's okay to marry children. They think it's okay to have honor killings, when women are raped, or when they're, they think it's okay to kill gay people. And me being somebody that's very anti LGBTQ, I still don't think that's okay. I don't think it's fine that we go and we start offing the LGBT community because we think that they're an abomination or whatever, like whatever they do it for. I don't know why. It's against their religion, I guess. But it's against the Christian religion too. But you don't have Christians advocating for the deaths of gay people, and they do over there. they're extreme to that sense, and in that sense, I'm not sad to see them be like, you know, put down a peg or two, because it's like you have a lot of issues you need to fix within yourself. Like you're a fucked up country, like, to do the things that you do to the people in your country, like, very bad. And so that's one of the bigger things, you know, that makes me you know, I don't want them to have nukes, you know. They don't need to be having nukes, a society like that. Like, they really don't. And you know, but at the same time, I know that the main reason why we attacked them was because of Israel, because of how we've been helping Israel, and how Israel's been wanting us to engage with them and take them out, and they're getting what they want, you know, in that sense. And that makes me upset, because I don't want to appease Israel. I don't want to you know, be their security, like, for things that they start, that they get going, you know. I just don't. And I mean, you know, I understand Israel's point where they say they're being attacked, or they're hated, or whatever, by them. But honestly, like, Israel to me is one of those same types of cultures that just has, like, fucked up shit that I don't agree with. They're very racist over there too, in Israel. Like, they're very racist, and they have, you know, Zionist Jews who believe all these abominations about Jesus Christ, and that he's burning in hell, and that he's, you know, having all these horrible experiences now. Like, they have a lot of, like, stuff that I don't agree with, like, that is extreme, you know, over there as well. And, you know, they cheer and shit when kids are murdered in Palestine. They make fun of them, and, like, that's not cool either. Like, to be making fun of all the poor innocent casualties of war, you know, like, that's fucked up. Like, and I don't agree with that. And I don't agree with giving all our tax money as much as we give to them. Like, I don't understand why they get so much of our fucking tax money. Like, I don't agree with that at all. You know, so I'm very conflicted about the whole thing. I'm a bit not numb to it, but just frozen. Like, I have feelings about them. You know, they're a bunch of different conflicted feelings, and they're all, you know, equally strong. So it's like, I'm not numb because I'm feeling stuff, but it's like I'm just stuck with all these contradictory feelings about it, and it sucks. It's like, you know, I don't know which one to process more, because I'm just so, like, frozen and stuck with all of them just fighting each other. So, and that has to do with all my history, like my upbringing and my culture, like what I believe, like what I feel, what Trump has done to what I wanted him to do, you know, to where we are now. And the fact that I don't know, like, what that job is like. I really don't know, like, all the details of everything. Like, maybe they did have a legitimate, like, threat against our country, and he's just, you know, putting his foot down first to show them, you know, in a way that amazingly had no casualties. From what I understand, nobody died. Like, there was nobody there in the bunkers, or in those spaces they bombed. There was nobody there, and it was, you know, none of our guys died. Like, it all seems very, like, convenient how it happened, almost like it was meant to be that way, you know, which makes me also start feeling a whole different way. So yeah, there's just a lot of feelings about it all that I'm not sure, and they are all having to do with everything, like, that I feel. I mean, Trump has done a lot for our country already. Like, even though people, you know, don't agree or don't see it, like, I saw the trajectory that our country was going. Had a Democrat, a liberal, won that election, we would have all been, like, being arrested right now for calling men, you know, that dress up like women, men, or him, or, you know, Mr. We'd be getting in trouble for that, because in some places, I think I forgot where and what state they made it a law that you can't. I think it was Colorado or somewhere. I don't remember, where you can't misgender someone because it could be considered hate speech, which is fucking stupid. Like, but that would have been happening federally if a liberal would have won. It would have been happening, for all of us. So he saved us from that. He saved us from the cartels, because the cartels were getting a huge stronghold already here in our country. Destroying America. The fentanyl deaths have gone down drastically since he's become president. That's something that he doesn't get credit for. He's not going to, but that's one of the bigger things that he was campaigning on, that a lot of Americans wanted him to deal with, that he has done, dealt with. So, and the prices too of stuff. I mean, they're not super far down, but they've gotten a little better here and there in certain categories. But yeah, like, he's done a lot that he said he was gonna do, that we wanted him to do, that I wanted him to do. So that makes me happy with him in that sense. And the fact that I don't know everything, all the details, and he has trauma himself, from being actually attacked, where they try to actually take his life. They threatened him and they try to do it, and now his country's being threatened, and he doesn't want to put up with that. He's gonna put his foot down first and attack first, and I respect that, if that's where he's coming from. So, but I know his country would have never been threatened if it wasn't for Israel. So it's like, I'm all over the place, man, like, with this situation. And it's a little bit difficult, but I'm just glad that at least something's being done, to combat the evil in the world. And maybe it's evil combating itself from getting too far. Maybe not. I really don't know yet, but all I know is that the world that I thought was going to be at this point in time, based on the trajectory of how things were going, was much worse in my mind, had things not been done. And it's not where I want to be, and a lot of that's my fault too, for being procrastinating and weak in my shit. But I'm getting there too, and I know things are gonna get better soon, like, way better. And that's all I'm trying to focus on, mostly.